to beautiful Novato, California. Hugo here alongside Harper Gambini for the pregame show. We've got enticing NCS football action. Marin takes on Cardinal Newman. They're playing host to the Cardinals tonight. And Harper, we've got a great game coming up for us. Marin, their offense has just been so hot this year, headlined by Daniel Rolovich, the San Jose State commit. But let's talk Newman football. You've been at each practice this week. What have you seen the team working on the most this week that's going to help them tonight?
I've seen that the O-line's been working really good. Coach Tom and Sean have been working the guys really hard. Coach Dino and Coach Frank have been working the D-line really good. I think it's going to be a really close game and should be fun.
Yeah, it should be. It's going to be a great game. Kickoff coming up at around 7 p.m. It's going to be myself and Dylan Catton go on the call, of former analyst for Oregon football. But the Mustangs, they bring a large senior class. We saw it, Harper. 23 seniors. They were playing with a lot of heart last year. Fell to Newman 34-3. They've had a good start to the year this year, 6-1, very similar to last year's matchup. But, looking at the Cardinals, what do you think they're going to do tonight that is going to help put them over the top tonight in this game?
I think they're just going to try and hold the O-line, just hold the offense. They're trying to get the ball and use their defense really well to stop them from making touchdowns. And our kicker, Devin Taylor, who plays soccer, he's out here. So I think when kicking and field goals come in, I think we'll be set. We'll be pretty good.
Yeah, well, we'll hope. The Cardinals coming in here with Carmine Guevara at quarterback. Stepped in after LT Reynoso went out in the first quarter of the first game against Manteca, a team that ended up winning that game 40-7. Manteca now ranked top 25 in the state for the first time in their school's history in a while. They have not been ranked up there in the past 5 years, past 10 years. They've been playing really well this year. But what have you seen out of Carmine, Harper, that really has allowed him to step into this role and lead the team?
He's just been working really hard at practice. He's been working with LT a bit on all the stuff you need to know for quarterbacks. Coach Bear has been working on his holding for field goal kicks, and I think he's going to do really well tonight.
But yeah, it should be a good one. Kickoff coming up at 7 p.m. in just about 10 minutes. Going to be a great one. So thanks for stopping by, Harper.
Of course.
You're going to hear Harper a lot more in the coming years as I graduate. So Harper will be one of the few, the proud here as part of Cardinal Newman broadcast. We also got Nolan to his right. So we got a good class of freshmen. If you're an 8th grader or a freshman at Cardinal Newman High School or at any school around the Sonoma County area and you're interested in broadcasting, come to Cardinal Newman High School. It's the right place. So we will step aside and be right back for kickoff in 10 minutes. Check, 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 check. This is just a mic check, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check. Check, check, check. Just doing a little mic check, audio check before the game today. Check. So we've got kickoff coming up at 7 p.m. San Marin has entered, and now Cardinal Newman about to enter. Should be a fantastic competition tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just doing a little... Check, check, check. No, listen. Gambo, listen. Listen on your phone. We're live here, but we're just trying to do some technical checks right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just doing a little technical check, seeing if the audio is working. I apologize. Apologize for this. Sounding better? Yeah, see, we just need to reset OBS. So let's wait. Hold up. Gambo check. Gambo, keep it up. 1 second. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the wonderful Harper Gambini making sure that he's our producer today for radio. All right, Gambo, see if it is still working. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a freshman and is already doing more stuff than most people in the entire state of California at his age in broadcasting. He's going to be a great broadcaster. So thank you all for sticking with us. The captains today for the Cardinal Newman Cardinals are number 8, LT Reynamosa, number 6, Cordell Strand, number 3, Dylan Webb, number 52, Khalil Vitoy, and number 58, Devin Bertoli. It's senior night here at San Marin High School, and we're going to have kickoff in just a moment. From Novato, California, and San Marin High School, we bring you action from San Marin High School. It's a beautiful day here in Novato. Brisk night, wind blowing in, and the National anthem is going to be performed right now, so we will step aside for coverage of the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose blood shines and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Why you hear echoes? I was
O'er
like,
the
sing your
land
Change your
of
mouth.
the free and the home
So a beautiful rendition of the national anthem, and we are ready to go here from San Marin High School. Cardinals are going to be let out here. Newman, one of the best teams in the state, number 4 in all of NCS. Pretty good turnout here at San Marin High School. Around 1,000 people here for senior night. 23 seniors, and arguably one of the school's best classes in their history. Daniel Rolovich headlining all of it. Number 5, the son of Nick Rolovich, the former head coach of Washington State, current offensive assistant at Cal. He has been incredible this year for the Mustangs. Dual threat guy. Last year, Rolovich totaled 132 for 231 for a completion percentage of 57.1 for 1,700 yards, over 1,700 yards. 21 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, but on the ground, it got even better. 106 carries, 501 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He's been incredible. The Cardinals won the toss and elected to defer, so it will be the San Marin offense coming out first. It's going to be Devin Taylor to boot things away and get us started here in Novato. Taylor breaks the huddle. Cardinals lined up on the left side of the 40-yard line. Deep for the Mustangs is Ezekiel Gomez and Grant Means. Means farther back on the near side of the field. Gomez on the other side. We'll see where Taylor will kick it. Wind is coming in here, and Taylor, he's got a prolific leg. One of the best in the league. The kicking in this league has been incredible. Taylor boots it away, and that one is a low line drive. It'll skip into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the San Marin offense. So here we go. Rolovich leads his guys out. Shotgun formation. Gomez comes in motion. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Keene in the backfield with him. Rolovich. The snap. He will run it up the middle, and he is met by a clump of Cardinals. Flag down on the field. So Levi Kohler the first in there on the tackle. And the penalty goes against Newman for a face mask. It moves San Marin 10 yards forward, and they will have the ball. They get a first down. Excuse me. Yes, they do get a first down. Nope. Yeah, they do. They get to restart first down. So offside against the Cardinals. First down and 4 from the 26-yard line for the Mustangs. Rolovich breaks the huddle. And he's in the backfield immediately with Keene. Keene to his left, 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left. The running back in the backfield. Cardinals bringing 3. Snap, Rolovich back to pass. Throws, and it's batted away at the line. That was Diego Molador. Khalil Vitoy and Diego Molador, the freshman, in there on coverage, batted that pass down. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Excuse me, 2nd and 4 for this Mustangs team. A little bit of a confusion here between the scoreboard and the linesman. We'll see what happens. Don't know if it's 3rd and 4 or if it's 2nd and 4. Man on the field says 2nd. Scoreboard says 3rd. We'll see. Rolovich breaks the huddle. Shotgun formation. Gomez comes in motion. It's a screen. It goes to Sayset, and it's plugged up. Devontae Guevara there on the tackle. Threw it to the hash marks, and it picks up nothing. So it'll be 3rd down here for San Marin. They lost a yard. Cardinals were getting beat consistently by that screen last week, and they don't get beat today. Carmine Guevara warming up on the sidelines, anticipating going in. Cardinals dropping 1 man deep. It is Lars Ludke. 3rd down and 5 from the 25-yard line. Rolovich takes the snap, back to pass, looks left, throws left, caught by Means, down the sideline, breaks a tackle, breaks another one. He's still going up to the 42-yard line as he is ushered out of bounds, and it is a critical 1st down for San Marin. They convert on a huge 3rd down. So now 1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Rolovich back to pass in the hurry up, throws again to Means along the left side. And he dropped it, knocked away by Jonah Bertoli. So here we go. San Marin decides to go in the huddle. No hurry up here for the Mustangs. Again, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left in Means. Sayset, the tight end, goes in motion to the left. Snap. Handoff goes to Keene up the middle. He breaks a tackle, breaks free over the middle, and is brought down by a group of Cardinals at the 48-yard line. 3rd down. Third down and 3 for San Marin from the 48-yard line. Here we go. Near side of the field. Right side, right by the right hash marks. Cardinal crowd getting crazy here. Rolovich, shotgun formation again. Gives it away to Keene, and he is stuffed. In on the tackle, Brody Estrella says no way to Keene. And now it'll be 4th down. San Marin will send out their punt team. Cardinals seem to actually keep, nope, they're not sending out their punt team. Rolovich is going to go empty backfield here. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Cardinals dropping in here. They're thinking QB power, and the flag goes, and it is going to be an offside on the Cardinals. It's going to go against Jaden Wall, the freshman. Tough break there for 59. So that gets San Marin a 1st down. Tough break there for CN. Thank you all for joining us right now. Here we go. San Marin 1st down on the Cardinal Newman 47. So their drive chugging along right now. Rolovich comes out again, shotgun formation with Means. towards the left side of the field. Snap taken. Rolovich looks deep, gets hit, throws it wide open, man, but just slightly out of bounds. Pass was intended down the right sideline, intended for number 15, Nico Garabino, but he just threw it too far out of bounds. So Cardinals, they've got some underclassmen out there actually. Wall is subbed off, and coming in is Diego Molador, and at the same time you have Levi Kohler out there in the linebacker package. So Cardinals, they've been really reliant on these freshmen and sophomores, and they've been incredible for them this year. In motion goes Sayset. They give it to Keene, and he is plugged up again. Khalil Vitoy laying the boom. Keene stopped in the backfield. They tried to bring a little end around with their tight end, Sayset, and he just got absolutely lit up in the backfield. It will be third and 11. So 3rd and 11 from the 48-yard line. Not 3rd and 2, if you did hear that. It is 3rd and 11 from the 48-yard line. Shotgun formation again. Keene in the backfield with Rolovich. Lone receiver to the right side of the field is Golan. To the top of the field with 3 receivers to his left. And trips formation. Rolovich looking to run out of it. Chased by a bunch of Cardinals. And he just throws it away. Nobody in the area. Rolovich escorted out of bounds by Everett Self and Jonah Bertoli. So it'll be 4th down, and the Mustangs will elect to punt. 4th down and 11 from the Cardinal Newman 48-yard line. Dropping back is Cordell Strand. Newman will see very good kicker. The punter is number 8, Nate Meidelbrot. He hits this one shallow, and Strand is just lit up on the play. He fumbled the ball after the reception, and then Jonah Bertoli thankfully makes the recovery and runs it up to the 20. That might be a penalty against the Mustangs. It is unclear whether or not Strand motioned for a fair catch, but it was a late hit and a low one from the San Marin Mustangs coverage team. They're going to try and figure that out. No penalty will be assessed. It was a clean hit, and Strand did not motion for a fair catch. So clean hit there, although it was a little debatable when Strand actually had the ball. Hugo Traverso alongside Harper Gambini, our producer. Dylan Cattengold is currently in transportation getting here. So it's Carmine Guevara. Shotgun formation. Jonah Bertoli comes across. He will run right. He will take the snap, and he will take it up for about a gain of 9 yards along the left side of the field. To the 29-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and a solid 2 yards. Great jet sweep touch pass there to Bertoli. Cardinals going immediately very fast on offense. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right is Bertoli. It's a delayed give to Malachi Bethumerak, and he is caught in the backfield. A group of Mustangs meet him there, and Grant Means is one of them. Bethumerak just gets plugged up there. 3rd down. San Marin has been exceptional at stopping the run. Only team they have not held to less than 3 yards per carry was SI at the start of the year. Bertoli coming out now, and Carmine Guevara will relay the play in. Cardinals do not want to go 3 and out after that great first play. So from the 29-yard line in San Marin in their own territory, 2 receivers to his left, single back formation with Bethumerak. Carmine takes the snap, hands it off to Malachi Bethumerak. He trudges up the middle, but is stopped at the line. Gain of about 1. Won't be enough for the Cardinals, and they will send out their punt team. So 4th down and a solid 1. Devin Bertoli will head out to punt, dropping back to receive at about his own 40. is Grant Means. Bertoli lined up at the Cardinal Newman 17-yard line. So Means back deep. Bertoli takes the snap and punts it. It is a low liner, and this one's going to roll. Drops down at the 40, still rolling. Lars Ludke's just going to watch this thing go all the way inside the 30-yard line, and it'll roll to the 27-yard line. So a great punt for Devin Bertoli. A low line drive that just rolls all the way down. And now Newman will go on defense. Rolovich comes back out. San Marin trying to strike first here against these Cardinals. Newman, they've been struck first both times competing in league this year, but then just Newman has struck back with a vengeance. Almost like a rattlesnake. You kind of tease them a little bit, and then they fight back. And Newman's been doing that rattlesnake almost mindset their entire league year. Go down 3-0 to Rancho, beat them 14-3. Go down 13-0 to Windsor, beat them 35-20. Throw to the outside, goes to the near side of the field. It's caught by Golan. It'll come in for a first down. It'll move the chains. Near side of the field, the 40-yard line. So now at the 40-yard line on the right hash mark, here comes Rolovich. Rolovich, it's a QB power. He'll take it up the middle, and he is brought down by a group of Cardinals after a solid 5-yard gain. Vitoy makes the tackle there. So here we go. 5:06 to go in the first quarter. 0-0. Handoff goes to Keen in shotgun formation, and he is escorted quickly to the ground. He went nowhere there. Loss of 1 yard for the Mustangs on the play. He ran right and ran right into Everett Self. Jaden Wall also in there on the tackle. So 3rd down and 5. Newman, this defense halting San Marin so far. Cardinals have relied on this defense so much this year ahead of a big matchup against Marin Catholic next week. That'll be up in Santa Rosa, though. So now shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left. Rolovich, 3rd down and 5 from the 45-yard line. Takes the snap, looking. He throws out to Keen. Devontae Guevara cuts down Keen. What a tackle by Guevara. Keen in the open field, and Guevara goes low. Keen goes high, and Guevara wins the battle. 4th down. A gain of 1 on the play for San Marin. And now, once again, the Mustangs will bring out the punt team. Cordell Strand drops back to around his 17-yard line. It's going to be Nate Maldebro to punt it. He takes the snap. He hits it. It is a beautiful punt. Cascading. Strand picks it up at the 20, gets it all the way back out to the 26, but a great punt nevertheless. Great job there by Strand on the return. Group of tacklers in there for San Marin. Along with them was Andrew Keene and Cody Long. So the Cardinals will go out on offense there at the 27-yard line of San Marin on their right hash. Carmine Guevara with it. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Cargill comes in motion. He will line up next to the left tackle, and flags come in. So discipline continues to be an issue here early on for the Cardinals. False start will back Newman up 5 yards. It'll be 1st down and 15. So at the 22-yard line, Newman will look to start their drive. 1st and 15. Guevara relays in the call. Single back formation with Pethumarak. Again, Cargill comes in motion. Same play. Cargill to the left. They will give it to Pethumarak. Jumbo set. And Pethumarak breaks tackles, breaking through the wall. He's pushed forward and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Brought down just a yard short of the first down. Of the original first down. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Cardinals. In there on the tackle, Javier Cruz, the junior, for San Marin. The San Marin line looking very good. Fighting against this Cardinal Newman offense. Throw goes to the outside. It's a screen to Cargill. Cargill breaking in the open field. Cargill down the sideline. Cargill pushed out at the 45-yard line. It'll be spotted at the 43, and it'll move the chains. Zion Cargill down the left side of the field was absolutely blitzing past this San Marin defense. Pushing him out of bounds was number 40, Joe Larkey. Now shotgun formation. Pethumarak to the right of Guevara. Pethumarak trying to find a hole after it's handed off to him, and he picks up about a yard. Ball goes to the Cardinal Newman 45. Jackson Young in on the tackle. 2nd down and 9 for the Cardinals. So 2nd down and 9. Play relayed in from Sean Embry to the quarterback, Zion, to the quarterback, Carmine Guevara. Guevara, Cardinal Newman wearing their white on whites with red helmets. San Marin, green helmets, green jerseys, white pants. Darian Hamner goes in motion. Handoff goes to Pethumarak, and he breaks into the open field, tripped up, but across midfield and to the 48-yard line. Devin Bertoli pushing his way all the way up the field. The center pancaking a San Marin defender all the way at the San Marin 40-yard line. So he pushed him a solid 15 yards there and was about 5 yards ahead of the play. So it just shows the incredible strength that that young man possesses. So here we go. It is Carmine Guevara with it. He gets the play. 2 tight ends in for the Cardinals. Holzneck and Fagata. They're to the left of the line. Cordell Strand goes in motion also to the left. 1 receiver to his right, it is Cargill. 1 receiver to his left, Strand. Brody Estrella in the ballgame. Strand comes again, and it is an option play. Carmine Guevara keeps it, and he comes forward. Does he get the first down? In on the tackle there was Joe Larkey, and they will give the first down to Carmine Guevara. He fell forward on that one. Great play by the junior. It was an option. They go Strand. They fake the give to Strand, fake the give to Pethumarak, and then Carmine just keeps it. Again, 2 tight ends out there. They're stacking them along the left side. Estrella to his left. Guevara takes the snap, handoff to Estrella. He runs right and gets mobbed by a group of Mustang defenders. Picks up maybe 2 on the play. Luke Sayset in there, the senior, prolific leader for this program. So here we go. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. 0-0. Cardinals going to come to the line. 3, 2, 1. They will not run a play, and we will head to a break. So 0-0 when we come back. Cardinals.
Glad to be here. Really strong defensive game so far. Popped in just a little late, but really excited to see what we got going in the second quarter.
Guevara back to pass, and he is caught in the backfield, sacked. In there with the sack is Dominic Label. So Dominic Label gets a big sack and pushes the Cardinals back into their own territory. So it's going to be 3rd down and 14. Disaster for Newman. We'll see what Sean Embry cooks up here.
No, and Hugo, you know, great interior pressure there generated. What you're going to see there is 2 edges going really kind of from a wide 9 set coming from the outside. And what that does is it'll open up the interior of the offensive line, certainly when they bring a fire or a rush 5, right? And that gave a one-on-one opportunity, and Carmine goes down.
Yeah, now so it's trips to his right for Guevara. To his left is Pethumarak in the backfield. Shotgun formation. They bring Cargill. It's going to be a deep pass. Throws over the middle for Cargill. It's underthrown and almost intercepted. Leo Matiuso makes the deflection there. That one was thrown into some trouble.
Yeah, that almost looked like a misread there. I'm not sure if there was a confusion on the route, but Cargill was running a deep post there, and the pass came in low, it looked. Like it almost looked like he was expecting a crossing route, but something, I think, went a little awry there from the play call perspective.
Yeah, potentially, and now Newman will look to punt. Devin Bertoli will punt it away. Grant Needs on his own 20. Bertoli sends another low liner. This one will kick and go out of bounds at the San Marin 26. So Bertoli keeping it going, and they will flip the field now. Daniel Rolovich, the San Jose State commit, who has just been incredible this year. Nick Rolovich's son, and you've seen a little bit of that offense when you were at Oregon.
I sure did.
Washington State.
Absolutely, and after the Mike Leach era, still a potent offense coming down to Eugene, giving us trouble before we escaped to the Big Ten, if you will. But that Washington State offense, boy, was that fun to watch for about the last decade, huh?
It was, and now two receivers to his right, two to his left. Rolovich, shotgun formation with Keene. Now coming in motion. Fakes the handoff, and Mikey Seaman in the backfield catches him. Rolovich under pressure, panicking, running, and he is picked up and taken down by a group of Cardinals. Michael Seaman was in the backfield there and caught Rolovich off guard. Brody Estrella in there on the tackle. Rolovich, I mean, you see his elusiveness. He was able to salvage a yard out of that.
No, that was incredible. Newman picked up the pressure fantastic there. They ran the RPO. He kept it himself. And coming out of that, they were all over him. They had a full-body tackle ready, and he escaped back to the other side. Very Lamar Jackson-esque in that elusiveness, kind of pulling back to the following side.
Rolovich back to pass. Pressure comes again. Can he get out of it? He can. He's in the open field. Flag down, but he picks up the first down going out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Daniel Rolovich. But the flag on the play is likely going to go against San Marin, so that play goes to no avail. But, oh, my goodness, Rolovich gets pressured, gets out of it, steps through, runs right, gets out of bounds. Oh, my goodness.
That was, again, I mean, two plays of the same ilk, and that to me didn't look like a quarterback design run. What it looked like is the pocket collapsed almost instantly. And what he was able to do is take 3 steps back, bail out right, and then immediately turned into a rusher. I mean, the ability to flip the switch into understanding the pressure, roll, and then immediately turn to, I'm going to tuck high, go at it, create a miss, jukes a guy, gets to the sideline. I mean, fantastic. I mean, I don't know what to
you
say
can't
other
even
than don't hold in the backfield. But
exactly.
I mean, 2 plays in a row where we've seen just an exceptional amount of speed, but not only the speed, but the decisiveness to understand when he needs to turn into a runner.
Exactly. Second down and about a mile here for the Mustangs. Rolovich. Keene in the backfield to his right. 3 receivers to his left. Rolovich looking. Design screen. Means up the middle. Means breaking free all the way to the 32-yard line, and a big pickup on second down. Lars Ludke brings in the tackle there, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and 4. Mustangs go in the hurry-up.
Good tackle from Ludke. Good design screen. Going to be a really, really close 3rd and 4 here.
Yeah, they might look at it again. 3 receivers stacked to his right, 2 to his left. Empty backfield for Rolovich. They've gone full empty backfield. Throw over the middle is caught and then lit up by Ludke, but it's a 1st down over the middle to Ezekiel Gomez. That brings it all the way to the 41. 1st down, San Marin. They are going again in this hurry-up. Keene. Excuse me, that's not Keene. That is Freddie Rayer in the backfield. They'll give it to him. He'll run right, break into the open field, but then get absolutely obliterated by the Newman linebacker core. Picks up a decent gain, though. 2nd down and 6 for the Mustangs.
No, good. San Marin in this hurry-up has gone to what we call zone beating concepts, and they've gone to the zone running game. So there they were able to use a halfback stretch, right, get them outside, get them moving laterally to create yards. Previous to that, right, a zone beating route where number 4 was able to sit down in a soft spot. And that works really well with the tempo offense San Marin is running right now.
Yeah, Rare in the backfield again. Low snap goes for Rolovich, and he is caught in the backfield. Levi Kohler, the stud sophomore. He and Mikey Seaman get into the backfield and torment Rolovich.
Hugo, that is an absolute classic. End gets outside, opens up a hole for what we call a fire 6, right? Linebacker comes in unblocked, but the big part of that is knowing that Rolovich is elusive. He broke down and created an angle to tackle, giving him nowhere to go. Huge stop for the Cardinals as this tempo offense has been pushing the ball up. Great reset for the Cardinals there.
Yeah, 3rd down and a solid 15 here. 2 to his right, 2 to his left. Keen motion from single back into shotgun. Snap taken. Rolovich back to pass. Pressured. Rolovich trying to elude it. Rolovich rolls right, throws it deep. Looking, picked off. Intercepted, overthrown to Kayvon Penny. He's running it back. 40, 45, 50, and he's brought down in San Marin territory. Flag on the field. But it comes in after the interception, and the Cardinal Newman crowd is going absolutely insane. Rolovich just, I was talking to Gus Morris of the Press Democrat about this before the game. Rolovich, the problem with him, the one problem he has is when he gets pressured like that, his line is not as strong as it was last year. When he gets pressured like that, he makes those throws. He makes those types of, like, you know what, someone's down there type throws, and he made that there, and it was just ultimately got pushed a little bit by the wind, intercepted by Kayvon Penny. That's Penny's 6th of the year, and that ties him for number 1 in NCS.
That's exactly right. I was looking at the interception numbers last night, Hugo, and that gets him right there up at the top. Cordell right with 5 as well. Just an excellent interception from Penny. The thing about it, too, Hugo, is they're dropping the back, right? They have the 2 wide set on each side, and they have the back going into pass pro every time. And the Cardinal Newman defense just says we don't care, frankly. We do not care. We're going to create pressure there. And what they were able to do is push him out right with nowhere to go. He pulled, if you will, a Jameis Winston kind of, like you said,
there we
down
go.
there somewhere.
Mike Evans is down there somewhere.
And unfortunately, it does not pay dividends. And Penny, underrated part of that. Now, the flag did come in and set the Cardinals back about 10 yards there. There was a illegal block in the back was the call there, Hugo. But he was able to get about 25 yards on the return there. So even with the 10-yard pushback, a good little return from Penny to set the Cardinals up with 2nd down.
And 1st down, they'll snap it. Goes right to Malachi Pathumrak. Got a shotgun. He's met with a big group of San Marin Mustang defenders. Cardinals going to go in the hurry up here. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation. They again go with a tight end lined up far off to the right. And they fake the handoff. Carmine will roll left. He is pressured. Carmine looking. He's spinning. He's out of pressure. He's out of the pocket and is able to salvage a yard there. I mean, it looked like a dead sack there, and he eludes pressure. Eventually, Ryan Houlihan making the stop. But, oh, my goodness, Dylan.
A whole lot of backyard football going on right now, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's both of these quarterbacks have the tools to be elusive. Carmine Guevara there sees in a 22 personnel set, meaning we have 2 backs and 2 tight ends, right? 22 meaning 2 and 2 for the tight ends and the backs. They have a 22 personnel set. Theoretically, a lot of protection. It crumples quickly. I think Carmine eluded 3 tackles there to salvage it back to 2nd and 9.
So here we go, 3rd down and about 9. Guevara throws left, caught by Cordell Strand, and he is tackled by Houlihan. But is it enough? It is not. It'll be 4th down and 2, and the Cardinals will send out their punt squad. So again, Devin Bertoli out there to punt things away. Grant Means now back to return. He's going to line up at around the 25-yard line here. Cardinals ball spotted at the 44 right now.
And Hugo, I have been thoroughly impressed with the San Marin defense so far. This is something where I did not expect their D-line to be playing the way it was.
What a punt there by Devin Bertoli. Not a low liner that time. That one had hang time. It was a beautiful ball spinning. Almost looked a little bit like a banana ball. They were talking about it at Sacramento State a few weeks ago. That ball that just kind of, it looks like it spins like a basketball in midair. And it's caught. Great job there by Grant Means to cover it with, he was surrounded by Cardinal Newman defenders.
Yeah.
So it'll be 25. It'll be first down and 10 on the 25-yard line. Just looking like it's a game of deja vu right now between both teams. And San Marin, they're now on the attacking side. 4 minutes left, 4 minutes, 59 seconds left in this period, in this half. Cardinals, they do get the second half kickoff, so
Right.
we'll see what happens.
That's going to be big in a game that's been predicated on defense. And very specifically, Hugo, the defensive line for both teams has been showing up, creating pressure, and really limiting the amount of time the quarterbacks have tonight.
Cardinals will bring 3. Molador off to the right, and it's going to be a timeout to San Marin. So the Mustangs a little bit scared right now with those last 2 plays, a sack and then an interception. But, just from what you've seen, the 7 minutes of football you've been here,
Yeah.
what's your analysis right now?
My analysis, the first thing that comes to mind is the defensive line play, and specifically the interior defensive line. That IDL play so far has just been fantastic on both sides of the ball. And when your interior defensive line is able to create consistent pressure, we see this at the high school level, we see this at the college level. But when the interior defensive line is able to create pressure and create havoc, if you will, the amount of time, and not only the amount of time, but the space that the pocket creates completely changes, right? So your pocket will either move right or left, and then on top of that, your decision-making time and your route development time falls off a cliff. So from that perspective, the interior defensive line play, and that's predicated on the edges getting pressure, certainly in a wide 5, and a wide 7, and a wide 9 set. But coming from that, the interior defensive line on both sides hasn't given the quarterbacks any time to throw. Hence, the sacks we've been talking about, the interceptions we've been talking about. What I'm looking for in this last 5 minutes of the first half, and certainly coming out of halftime, Hugo, is what adjustments are going to be made. Are we going to go more to the play action? Are we going to go more to the run game? Because these quarterbacks literally do not have time for routes to develop right now.
Yeah, now Rolovich, San Marin comes out of their timeout. He will take the snap. They go, big protection, throw over to Houlihan, is dropped right out of his hands. He was wide open on the right side and just could not make the catch. Excuse me, that was intended for Jack Golan, and Jack Golan just not unable to make the catch there. So
No.
tough one there, second down and 10.
And speaking of the adjustments that were going to be needed and made there, Hugo, they went to, again, a 22 personnel set, which Newman went to just before, right, which is the 2 backs, 2 tight ends. They did send 1 tight end into a receiving there, but they had 1 tight end block, and both of their backs went into pass pro. So what I'm curious to see is San Marin going to start bringing more players into pass protection as we go forward, which will give the Newman DBs a more aggressive opportunity to attack that.
Yeah, Rolovich, shotgun formation, backs go into pass protect again. Rolovich rolling right, under pressure, looking for green grass up the field. He will get it. There is a flag behind the play. He goes out of bounds, picks up about 3 for right now. So again, Rolovich, great job, escorted out of bounds there by Brody Estrella. Estrella's looked fantastic, and that's going to go against the Mustangs. So we saw discipline issues early on from Cardinal Newman. They had an early offside penalty on a 4th down and 2, and had an early false start penalty on a 1st down and 10 down here to start their opening drive. But, that's what comes with having youngsters out there. Jaden Wall, who had that offsides penalty, that guy has been an absolute dog out there for the Cardinals. Backs him up to the 15-yard line here on this penalty, so it'll be 2nd and 20. But Wall, he's holding his own out there, freshman, and he's right in the middle. He's at nose.
And you know what helps freshmen in situations like this, Hugo, is what we're talking about with the interior defensive line pressure, right? If the line's able to create pressure, you have an elite back like Kayvon Penny. You can run single high coverage. You can run a 2-high shell, and I mean a true 2-high shell, not a disguised 2-high shell, where you can allow those freshmen to to play within themselves from these 2nd and 20s, from these long sets that they continuously have to play out of.
2nd and 20, Rolovich back to pass, throws over the middle. It is broken up, almost intercepted by Lars Ludke. Great awareness there by Jack Golan to knock it to the turf. It was intended for him, and he couldn't make a catch on it, so he just knocks it. If he had knocked that down, that would have been a pick, and potentially could have been going the other way for a while.
No, and you know what? Lars Ludke's been playing a hell of a season, right? So when you look at something like that, too, good. Do we want him to pick that? Of course we do. But that's just such great awareness to understand that in that split-second decision, what do I need to do when we're in 2nd and 20? It's fantastic situational awareness that we cannot let this pass through one way or another. So whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to get in front of it, and that's what Lars does there to create a 3rd and 20.
Yeah, so 3rd down and 20. Rolovich back to pass again. He throws to the right. It is for Grant Means. Toe tapping out of bounds. Picks up about 10. Won't be enough. So 4th down and 10. Gets out of bounds. So clock does stop. 4:33 to go here in the first half. Cardinals will send Cordell Strand back to return the punt. He got lit up on his first punt. He was making the catch, and it was kind of a 50-50 call. Was about to make the catch and got just lit up on that fumble. Cardinals able to recover it, but just a tough one there. Some people argue there was an early hit, as this one goes a low liner, and it will kick up and take a huge Cardinal bounce back into San Marin territory. It'll kick out of bounds at the 48, so Newman, short field to go here, and they've got a good kicker.
Yeah. No, and that really, you weren't underselling that, Hugo. That was a really bad bounce for San Marin. That came out with the end-over-end tumble on it, and if that catches the right bounce, they could have actually probably grabbed another about 15 yards. Got the Cardinals back to about their own 35. They are playing on the half of the field they want to play on. What I'm curious here now, San Marin went to the higher back sets, the higher tight end sets. Is the Newman Cardinals going to take a similar approach with protection, or are they going to continue to run more of that Oregon-Louisville offense that we've seen in the first half of the season?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Guevara throws to the left. It is the design screen to Jonah Bertoli down the left side of the field, breaking into the open field and pushed out of bounds. Going to be interesting to see where they spot this. They're going to spot it at the 36-yard line. Got a 1st down and even more down the left side of the field for the Cardinals. But, I mean, Newman, they really have not been able to establish the run this year, which we talked about a little bit of San Marin, their ability to stop the run. We'll see if they go to the run here with 4:18 to go and the ball on the 36. 1st down, shotgun formation, another design screen. This time to Cordell Strand on the right side of the field, and Grant Means jumps it perfectly. Gain of about 1 for the Cardinals.
And Hugo, what I'm liking here, because we've talked about it, obviously it sounds like, through the broadcast, San Marin's been great at stopping the run this year, right? Newman hasn't been able to get it going, as you mentioned. What's a way you can fabricate run plays, if you will? You can force them. Well, 2 ways. One is with the outside zone through pitches and stretches. The other way is through screens. They go to 2 design screens in a row, trying to generate quick offense with a lack of ability for the interior defensive line to create the pressure that we've seen so far. Yeah,
they've been motioning a lot, and they do it again. Just a little bit of wide receiver carousel. Shotgun formation throw, another design screen out to Jonah Bertoli. Bertoli breaks 1 tackle, sheds another, and then tumbles over Houlihan and makes it out to the 30. I mean, my goodness, a lot of stuff happening out there. And Houlihan, he's been all over the field for San Marin tonight. He had 8 interceptions last year, so I would expect nothing less.
He has been an exceptional player.
So now, again, shotgun formation. They go with Fagata, the H-back, to the left. Another design screen, this time to Zion Cargill, but the throw catches him a little bit off balance, and he is caught behind the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th down at the 31-yard line. The question will be, do the Cardinals go to the kicker? I think they're going to elect to keep the offense out there on 4th down and 7.
Hugo, I like the call. They've been going to this screen game heavily on this drive. We've seen, 4 design screens. That last one, a little behind Cordell. He gets lit up. I don't like the tackle on it. I think it should have been a targeting. That's here nor there as they line back up. But curious to see. I like the play call here, Hugo. I like it.
Yeah, so here we go. 4th down. Can the Cardinals come up with it? Strand goes in motion to the left. Cardinals lined up at the left hash. Shotgun formation. Rolling right is Guevara. He steps up. Guevara throws deep. End zone. Jonah Bertoli caught. Touchdown. Oh my goodness, Jonah Bertoli. What a throw by Carmine Guevara, right on the money.
Play action boot to the right, Hugo. They said clear out, and we're sending corners. We're sending corners. And that's exactly what they did. 25-yard corner. Carmine realizes when the pressure's coming. Adept at understanding his timing. He evades a tackle, sets his back foot, and fires when he's got 3 dudes firing at him, okay? Drops it in the bucket, corner of the end zone. That could be the best touchdown from Carmine Guevara I've seen this season, period, end of story. Elite IQ and timing with his receiver. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the Cardinals now line up for the extra point. Devin Taylor in to kick it. Strand will hold. The snap. Ooh, big jump from San Marin, but they got it off, and it splits the uprights down the middle. 7-0 with 1:58 to go here in the second quarter. Newman strikes first. We'll be right back. And we're back here. So it will be Devin Taylor to kick it off, this time from the right hash for the Cardinals at the 40-yard line. Back deep is Gomez and Means. So this kick will ideally go to Gomez. Cardinals looking to evade Means. He's been speedy. He's a speedy guy out there. The top receiver for this San Marin team had 30 receptions last year, over 300 yards receiving. No touchdowns, though. Here's the kick. This one, a little bit more of a poocher, but still finds its way into the end zone, fielded by Gomez. Gomez has to take it out. He is looking for space, and he is lit up. Brody Estrella, and that is back at the San Marin 9-yard line. So the Mustangs, Gomez fielded that at the 1-yard line and backed into his own end zone.
Yeah.
And the ref just said, run it. So he had to run it out and gets out to the 11-yard line. That's where the ball is spotted. But Brody Estrella, great hit there. Gomez, another guy with a lot of speed, a guy that I've been watching for tonight, and he's been doing a good job. He stepped up a lot since last year. Was kind of like the fourth, fifth receiver on that depth chart. Has stepped up this year, been the second or third guy, and he now lines up to Rolovich's left. Shotgun formation with Keene in the backfield as the running back. Here's the snap, going into pass protection. Rolovich throws over the middle. It goes off the hands of Jonah Bertoli and intercepted by Cordell Strand. Picked off by Strand, his 6th of the year, and he is right up there with his teammate Kayvon Penny. I mean, hey, some people go band for band. They go pick for pick, and they're at the 21-yard line, right on the doorstep of the red zone. What a mistake for San Marin there. Was that overthrown? Was that underthrown? I didn't even see it. Happened so fast. Bertoli almost made an interception on that. That was insane.
That was just an unbelievable play. An unbelievable ball awareness, too, to catch the tip while falling. Cardinal Newman DBs are locked in and leading the NCS in picks.
Yeah, and you said, you said it. You said, well, frankly, this defense is incredible. Well, I'd say Frank McManus thinks that too.
Wow.
I think that's a new adjective, or excuse me, a new adverb. This one goes to Pathumarak. Cardinals again trying to establish this run. He runs right, picks up about a yard. So the Cardinals now into the red zone here against San Marin.
From more of a power concept there. We've seen a little bit of that stretch, a little more of the zone running scheme, which again, we were talking about kind of basing off the tight end play. More of a true power concept there, and the Cardinals are just having a hard time defending the second level. Those linebackers from San Marin have done a great job of reading the run and just coming up tough on it. And another good example of San Marin recognizing, identifying, and then flying to the ball as a unit.
Yeah,
really good defense.
Incredible. Now Bertoli comes right here on the motion, lines up right of Carmine. Single back formation. Guevara steps up. Guevara looking for running room. Guevara looks to throw, and he looks for Cordell Strand just a little bit out of the area for Strand. So it'll be 3rd down and about 9 for the Cardinals.
Strand found an opening there, kind of coming off of that MLB, that Mike linebacker, moving left. As Carmine went left, found the space, but just didn't really get his feet set for that throw. Little off-kilter throw, came out a little low. Looking to see what the Cardinals can do here on 3rd down. But obviously with someone that has the athleticism that Guevara does, just looking when he does find.
Yeah, unfortunate there. We're good. We're good. We're good. I think we are live.
Do you need my hotspot?
No, I think we're fine.
Because I have a really good hotspot.
Okay. Well, let's see. 1 second.
If you need it, holler.
Go.
Yeah, Coach Embry and Coach McManus talking to the Cardinal Newman offense in the break here. Hugo, I think the messaging when we're looking at a 4th and 4 right here, firstly, obviously they're deciding on what framework we're going to take, whether it be the kick or the offense. Beyond that, if they're to run a play here, I actually do understand where, oh, excuse me, not a 4th and 4, but a 4th and 9. And the offense comes out. Hugo, it looks like
They're gonna kick. They're gonna kick, Dylan, and it's gonna be about from the right hash. It's gonna be about a 37-yarder for Taylor. He goes through his progressions.
This is a big one for the Cardinals. Going into half, the 2-score lead plus ball back makes a huge difference. Big kick.
We go. Reconnection successful. All right, we're good. We're good. Thank you. Apologies for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We're just trying to the Novato School District turned off the Wi-Fi on us, but San Marin has ran it out of bounds. That's it, and so the Cardinals will receive the second half kickoff. They go into half up 7-0. Huge first half for the Cardinals. Huge end of that first half. Dylan, your thoughts?
Yeah. Again, don't need to beat a dead horse with the defensive line play, on both sides. For the Cardinals, things coming out of halftime, things Coach McManus and Coach Embry are going to be talking about are going to be establishing the run and working more in that short pass game, okay? They just don't have the time to drop back and go through a full progression right now. The time does not exist. So how can we navigate in this offense in this game? Yes, do we want to be better at this holistically? Do we want to be better at this over time? Of course we do. But in a game situation where we have a halftime to adjust, how can we navigate having about a second and a half to about 1.9 seconds to throw compared to that usual 2 to 2.5 seconds, even 2.5 to 3 seconds that we've seen previous in the season, right? So that's going to be what the Cardinals are navigating. Very similarly on the San Marin side for their offense is they are running a lot of deep breaking and double breaking routes. Again, the time is not materializing. So I envision and I see San Marin coming out of halftime trying to establish the run more, trying to break their offense into just small chunk plays. How can we get 4 yards consistently? How can we get 6 yards consistently? And so I think this is going to be if you will, an Iowa versus Army for those college fans out there, right?
That's a legendary poll right there.
How can we? This is going to be a battle, okay? This is going to be a line play. This is going to be a line of scrimmage game. So how can we continue to battle through that? On the defensive side, not only are the Cardinals creating pressure up front, 2 picks from their 2 elite defensive backs. They are rolling. That confidence coming out of half, a shutout half. The Cardinal Newman defense, I don't know how you go into half feeling much better. I mean, you got to be walking shoulders high, head up right now, knowing that you just stuffed it right down their throat. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Cardinal Newman defense just gave San Marin the business, okay? So there is going to have to be a scheme switch and a higher level of pass protection on the San Marin side. For the San Marin defense, I think they started to see it in the second half. in that second half, Cardinal Newman in the second quarter specifically, in the second half of the second quarter, went to more of the screen game, went to more of that outside zone. Cardinals were trying to break it up, small chunks like I'm talking about. Just give me 5 yards, give me 5 yards,
Exactly.
give me 5 yards. Now, when the opening arises and Carmine can use his athleticism, sure, let's run a corner and let's drop it in the bucket.
Yeah.
Outside of that, how can we create those smaller chunk plays? Just let's make it digestible. Let's stop trying to go for the big one. Let's just break it up. But I'm seeing a whole lot of old school Big Ten, not the Oregon Big Ten, but that old school
Yeah.
Big Ten. A 13-16 tough game tonight.
Smash mouth. Big Ten.
Smash mouth football tonight.
Oh, I love smash mouth football. It's a great type of football. I mean, I love running that just hard run, break off some big plays. I mean, that's what the Cardinals have gone for on offense each play of this year. I mean, they've looked to, they have these short gains, and then they hope that eventually it breaks off into a big gain. But I do like these screens, like you mentioned, just a chunk offense. San Marin was doing a little bit of that in the first half, looked pretty good on that first drive, and then they just got stalled out. But I think they might struggle a little bit this second half with Rolovich, and they've got he might be lacking a little bit of that confidence. He's got already thrown 2 picks. We'll see what he does. It's gonna be interesting.
Hugo, I'm excited for it. Big shout out to one of our sponsors tonight as well, Vine Street Properties, commercial and residential property management. Excuse me. Throughout Sonoma County, based out of Healdsburg, California. Hugo and I are partial to that as two Healdsburg guys, but a huge shout out to Vine Street Properties. Vine Street Prop, VINESTREETPROP.com tonight. Huge shout out to them for sponsoring the broadcast as well as the continued support from the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. Cal High, just all Cardinals for life. Tom Nunes, we are just so thankful to all the people that are helping support the broadcast. Coming out of this half, I'm excited for some Smash Mouth football, Hugo. Not often do you get to show up and watch 2 good high schools go at it with some good line play. And after the break here, we are going to get ready for the second half of Cardinal Newman football.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Dylan Cardinal, Hugo Traverso. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Second halftime here from San Marin High School in Novato, California. Hugo Traverso alongside Dylan Cattengall. Cardinals will elected to defer, will receive the second half kickoff. And they're pretty excited listening to some jump around. And they've got the same energy as Wisconsin right now. This sideline is bumping.
As a hate to always draw on my Oregon takes, but one of my favorite games of all time, Oregon 16, Wisconsin 13. And on the sideline, embracing the jump around. And in San Marin's house, Newman got a little juice on the sideline right now with the jump around. Really excited to see what we got coming out of halftime here. Got a lot of big names in the stands. Got a pretty good crowd here tonight on a hazy but rain-free and bright night, ready for some great football. Really excited to see what we got in the second half. And as much as I'd love to see a high-flying matchup, I am loving this smash-mouth football, Hugo. Let's see if we can just keep doing a little bit of line play. Let's give our boys into the trenches a little bit of love tonight, Hugo.
Yes, sir. And now Mandelbro puts the ball down, and he is ready to go, taking it from the center X at the 40-yard line, dropping back for the Cardinals. The lone returner is Cordell Strand. Mandelbro now lines up, and he runs forward and boots it. A low-lining kick will kick up at the 10-yard line, returned at the 6 by Cordell Strand. Up the middle goes Strand, 25, 30, and he's tripped up and goes down at around the 30-yard line. But a good return from Strand. They'll spot it at the 29-yard line. It'll be first down and 10, Cardinal Newman. Now, Newman came out of half last week flat. But the week before that, it was anything but that. They scored on their first possession, and they just pretty much shut Windsor away on that first possession coming out of halftime. Obviously, they're up by 1 in that game. They made it 21-13, and then the story just goes from there, 35-20 victory for the Cardinals. But it'll be 2 receivers to his left with Carmine Guevara, right hash for the Cardinals. Single back in the backfield is Brody Estrella, and he runs up the middle hard and fast. And he trudges forward.
They cannot take him down, Hugo. They could not take Brody Estrella down there. He somehow got 8 yards fighting through muck there. And it's a great point from you, Hugo, about that halftime adjustment, that second half performance from the Cardinals. We've seen it. And what that comes down to, Hugo, is really good coaching, right? Coach McManus and Coach Embry coming out of half saying, here are the adjustments we need to make. Here's how we need to attack what we're doing, right? Very reminiscent, if you will, for you Bay Area sports fans out there of that third quarter Warriors that we've seen over the last decade, right? What adjustments can we make to be better immediately?
Handoff here goes back to Estrella. Estrella trudging through tackles. Picks up about 2. It'll be third down and 1 right in the middle of the field for the Cardinals. But this is what Newman did last year that was so effective against Marin Catholic the second time around. They ran with Estrella. They switched from going very elusive, bruiser with their runner, Zach Rea, to, then a guy who just seeks contact with Estrella. And they've got that again this year with Pethumarak and Estrella. Pethumarak more methodical, looks, he's looking for holes. Estrella, he's gonna run through a wall. The dude is, he is like
Le'Veon Bell and LeGarrette Blount.
Yes,
he's like LeGarrette Blount looking to just mow you over. So he wants the contact.
Third down and 1. Cardinals have 2 receivers to the left, bunched up. They will go that way with Estrella. Estrella met at the line, and San Marin thinks they've got him. Do they? It's going to be close. They do. They have him. Stopped him for no gain. Great job there by that San Marin D-line to plug up the holes. Great job.
Great job to plug up the holes. And again, Hugo, with that D-line pushing that front back, and they're going to, and the Newman Cardinals are going to go into the pump formation. But that second level, again, their ability to identify and then fly to a run has just been really impressive tonight. And I mean across that 3-backer set that they've had.
Low snap and a beautiful punt cascading out of bounds on the left side by Devin Bertoli. We'll see where they spot it. It's going to be decent field position for San Marin, right around their 35-yard line. Be spotted at the 34 in San Marin territory, and Rolovich will come back out. So San Marin does what they needed to do. They get a huge stop to start the half off, but then they face this incredible Cardinal Newman defense, and look who's right back out there after taking 3 rushes. It is Brody Estrella lined up with Levi Kohler. I mean, Newman, we talked about a little bit. They have an incredible amount of depth at their position, especially linebacker.
Yep.
Dylan Webb goes out with an appendix injury, and then Gavin Brockett goes out with a shoulder injury. Both guys, there were starters. Estrella was a starter along with them, and they just go in there and pound it. They pound it again, run up the middle, goes for no gain. Jaden Wall in there, the freshman, alongside Estrella, right there. And this dude does everything. Can he do anything else?
I don't know what else to say at this point, Hugo, about Estrella, because he is just flying to the ball on defense. He is pushing the ball on offense. It's hard to say a 3 and out is effective, Hugo, but just to watch the way Brody ran on that on that last drive for the Cardinals, incredibly impressive. Beyond that, really excited to see what we got going on here.
Air raid concept, 2 receivers stacked to the right. Golan goes in motion. Rolovich looking around. Rolovich rolling. He rolls left. He's into the open field. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. And is met by a lot of Cardinals, but he's still going. He's finally taken down, a gain of about 7. Stop just low there. And that will move the chains. They give him a generous spot up to the 47. Great play there by Rolovich.
Really, really impressed on that, specifically from the pass protection from the back, number 5. And that looked like that was having a hard time finding the name, but they're number 5 on the back for San Marin. Being able to just sit down in that block and hold the block for about a second and a half, giving Rolovich the ability to escape and push that ball down the field with his legs, get some extra yards through contact. But really impressed with the back's pass protection there, which ended up turning into run protection, and really sound blocking on the right half of that line there for San Marin.
And they get nothing on first down, so it'll be second down and just about 10.5 yards for San Marin. They break the huddle. Rolovich, the traditional 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. And very Mike Leach. Rolovich coming out of that Mike Leach playbook.
Looking very Mike Leach, looking very Riley family.
Here we go. Back to pass. Rolovich looking deep over the middle, and he just overthrew him by about 5 yards. Intended there for number 15, Nico Gambarino.
Really, so in that 2 left, 2 right set, he had his interior right receiver running a post and his exterior right receiver, the X position and that Z position, if you will. The X running a go and a Z running a post. Threw it in between them, Hugo. I hate to say it, but you know what you said earlier, and I think it holds sound here, about when under pressure, someone's down there, air it out. That looked like a little bit more of a prayer than it did a tactical pass based on the concept.
Yeah, Rolovich last year against Newman was 10 for 23 for 83 yards and an interception in a blowout loss, 34-3. A little bit different this year. Rolovich steps up in the pocket. He's running, being chased by Diego Molador. Rolovich will go out of bounds into Newman territory, picking up the first down, and he'll move the chains up to the 45-yard line. So again, the dual threat showing strong for Daniel Rolovich.
Daniel Rolovich has been exceptional. The area of the dual threat that is most impressive, Hugo, is his ability to, when he decides to run, not second guess it. He's a decisive runner. And on the last 2 run plays from him, when he realized the pocket's collapsed, route concepts are broken, he's able to snap his focus into where can I create space for myself, and on the last 2 plays, it's been effective.
So here we go. 3 receivers to his right. 1 to his left is Means. Rolovich snap, steps up. Rolovich keeping it, and he is brought down, but he salvages a couple yards on the play. Khalil Vaitoy in there on the tackle.
Khalil Vaitoy has been shouted out, if you will, by us tonight. Great bloodlines, right? Dino Calalueo, excellent player through my time at Newman, Portland State player. It's his cousin, right? Got a lot of family. But the bloodlines for Vaitoy are exceptional, and he has shown up big time. And his stat line tonight isn't going to look crazy, Hugo, but his ability to push the pocket around tonight has been exceptional.
Yes, he has. And now empty backfield for San Marin. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Rolovich rolls out immediately and caught in the backfield. The freshman, Diego Molador. Number 88, Diego Molador, the freshman. If the Cardinals had a student section right now, which they do, they have a bit of a smaller one than usual. Tough journey on a Friday night out to Novato, but they would be chanting, he's a freshman right now. Diego has just stepped up to the occasion. We were talking about it in Antioch. Dave Cox and I of YSN, we were talking about how Diego has really stepped up when they've needed him. And with these injuries down the line, he has been incredible. Gets a huge sack there, and that's one that he'll remember for a while.
That's a huge sack. He gets the one-on-one there with the guard, punishes him. Just punishes him in a one-on-one. Gets in the backfield, and as Rolovich has tonight, tries to escape, doesn't happen.
Now Rolovich gets it, now rolls left, rolls right. He's caught in the backfield. Rolovich down again. Jonah Bertoli.
Fantastic pressure again, Hugo. They fire 6 there, a 6-on-5. Someone is unblocked when they go to that air raid, right? So we've been talking about them spreading that offense out, looking for the quicker passes, right? The 3 wide, the 2 wide. San Marin into the pump formation here against the Cardinals. But just an unbelievable coverage there. An unbelievable coverage there to understand that they identified that was a 5-man protection and sent 6 very quickly.
Punt goes, and Cordell Strand breaking tackles across the middle. Cordell Strand, 40, 35 into the open field. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cardinal Newman. Cordell Strand! Cordell Strand! Oh, my!
Coming off 2 sacks immediately, putting the Cardinals in the exact position they need to be in. Elite identification from the linebackers, bringing 6 when there's 5, bringing 7 when there's 6. Drives a punt, and Cordell Strand, NCS leader in interceptions, takes that and takes it right back to the house. That was a direct run. He saw space and attacked it. There was no wait period. It was all go. All gas, no brakes from Strand there. Drives it right down the left side of the line. One guy back. Sorry, punter. That's Cordell Strand. I don't know what to tell you. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, incredible there. And Strand, he identified it. He got lit up on his first punt return.
Yep.
They get down to him again. He breaks the tackle, breaks a second tackle,
Strong.
breaks a third tackle. And, oh, my goodness, just gone to the house. 13-0. Cardinals lead it. And to put it through and make it 14-0 is Devin Taylor.
And we are hearing from not only a longtime OG, but our current statistician tonight, Dave Cox. That was a 75-yard return with three tackles broken there from Strand. Just unbelievable there. And the thing too, he broke the tackles, but he was determined to get to the left sideline and punish people. Hugo, there wasn't any of the dancing around. It was break a tackle, go, break a tackle, go, break a tackle, go. Cardinals up 14-0.
So last week, I was at Syracuse, and I saw them play against Pitt, and it was a defensive game, just like this one. 10-7, Pitt's leading. Syracuse goes to punt.
Yep.
Syracuse punts it. They get down there. They hit him hard on the first play. Broken tackle. Reynolds takes it 66 yards to the house. The entire Syracuse all the Syracuse fans and the entire Syracuse sideline was silenced by that punt return, and that ended it. That ended the game right there. It might have been the second quarter, but that ended the game right there. Pitt controlled the rest of the game, and I think that's just what happened here. San Marin is stunned. The fans in Novato here, the student section is silent right now. They cannot believe it. They do not believe it. Oh, my goodness. I'm even looking at their broadcasters, and one of them just put his hand over his face. What? Oh, my goodness. What a return by the junior. And this one goes deep to Grant Means. He'll return it out of the end zone, but they call a touchback. So
and Hugo,
they'll take it out to the 25.
There. Taylor kicks it off. And help me here and help the fans understand. Kickoff is kicked from Taylor to the left third of the end zone, we'll call it. He receives it about on the line. I didn't see him call for a touchback.
I didn't see it either.
They blew it dead immediately.
It
So
could have
just
been
a little
Gomez. Could have been
It might have
Gomez, or it might have been
There you go. Okay.
it might have been the up man singling
Sure.
fair catch.
Yep.
But Devin, I mean, Devin Taylor, what can I not say about Devin Taylor? Oakland roots, goalie, just an absolute beast on the football field, on both football pitches. I mean, the dude
On
is
the pitch
incredible.
and the field.
The
This
pitch-
guy has been balling.
So shotgun formation now for San Marin from the 25-yard line. They give it to Keene. They're looking to establish that run. And who else but Everett Self plugging it up. Gain of about 2 up the middle for the Mustangs.
Hugo, it's interesting, too, because they're clearly moving towards more of the spread offense here in the second half. It's been very clear with the 5 receiver sets, with the 4 receiver, 1 tight end sets, really running 1 back here. And so it's been an interesting situation where when the Cardinal Newman second and third level identifies that it's not a run play, they are really buttoned up on their coverages right now, running a lot of zone, but they're really buttoned up on that. Establishing the run is really tough when you're in these 5-man protections and you have 1 back. Again, we're back to the spread offense here, 1 full back, but it's hard to establish the run when it's hard to disguise.
Yeah, Rolovich looks for the crossing route, and he gets it. Little slant there to Means over the middle of the field. Gets it up to the 31-yard line, and the chains will move for the Mustangs. So great read there by Rolovich. You're definitely seeing hints of why he is committed to San Jose State, why he has all this
100%.
buzz around him. I mean, his ability to move, his ability to find guys over the middle. It's just, it seems like either the Cardinal Newman defense has just been so prolific that he can't get a throw off, or he's just been, like you said, he's been buttoned up.
Yeah.
He's been completely held back there by this Cardinal Newman defense. They're going to bring 4, and they've got a great D-line. They'll blitz. Rolovich hands it off. Running right is Keene. He's trying to find any sort of green grass off the edge. And you know who made the tackle there? You want to tell the viewers?
Right. You know who it is. Again, it's Brody Estrella. What's new? Flying to the sideline. And again, just so tactically sound. I mean, we were talking about it on the offense with the IQ, with the toughness. It shows up straight on the defense. There is something to players who just innately feel the game. And you see it on a regular basis, and it's easier to see on defense. But Brody on both sides of the ball tonight has just, for lack of a better term, felt it, seen it. And he has been able to fly to balls, identify coverages, identify run plays, identify disguises at an exceptional level, Hugo.
So now Rolovich will take it. He will run left. It is a designed QB run play. He's looking downfield, but Levi Kohler is there to shove him out of bounds. And now with 2:34 to go and a 14-0 Cardinals lead, 3rd down and a solid long way to go for San Marin.
It's got to be 3rd and 7 here, Hugo.
They've got to throw it. They've got to throw it deep. They've got to look for anything. It's desperation time for the Mustangs.
And for all you college football fans out there that are tuning in for an awesome Cardinal Newman San Marin game here, with what Hugo's talking about with the elusiveness, with the buzz, with what we're seeing, think about Lenoris Sellers. And I'm not talking about a speed perspective, but I'm talking about his O-line might not be doing the job they need to do, but the elusiveness, the big arm, there are so many attributes of what I'm seeing from the San Marin team that looks like a South Carolina current team with current quarterback Lenoris Sellers.
And the Cardinals just blow up in coverage there. Rolovich rolls right and fires a dart to Ezekiel Gomez across the field towards the left sideline. And the Mustangs are deep into Cardinal Newman territory now. 36-yard line, 1st down and 10. A absolute dot thrown by Rolovich there.
And, I mean, I hate to toot my own horn here, but very Lenoris Sellers off 1 foot there. What we're seeing, too, is with the inability to establish the run currently, that last play there, Hugo, that play-action boot, let's just create space for our quarterback. We are going to generate space. We're going to force space for Rolovich to create a play, throws a dot on the money, 30-yard gain.
Rolovich back to pass, pump fakes, rolling left. Under pressure, rolling left again, and he'll just fire it out of bounds. Caught by Coach McManus. Reminiscent of his DBs tonight, catching passes from Rolovich. So 2nd down and 10 now for San Marin. So San Marin will go back into the huddle and try and figure it out. So Cardinals playing very good defense. Besides that pass to Gomez, Gomez has been a great receiver. And so now with 3 to his left and 1 to his right, the single man, Jack Golan, out on his right. Rolovich back to pass, looking, crossing screen, and it is broken up Levi Kohler jumped that perfectly, though, was looking for Means. I mean, if San Marin breaks off one of these, Means is a very, very fast
Deadly.
guy. That guy,
Deadly.
he could take it all the way to the house. So I
Absolutely.
like the idea. The problem is,
Yep.
is Newman, ever since that Windsor game 2 years ago, when Hayden Anderson, Judson Anderson,
Yep.
Ananias Walker, they walked in and they ran that screenplay, that little jailbreak every time.
Yeah, and the line would get loose. We were both at that game.
Yeah.
Line and get loose, and they just do that little backside jailbreak, and it just abusive, frankly.
Yeah. And so they tried to do that against Newman last time they played and couldn't do it. Rolovich rolls right, rolling left, chased by Jonah Bertoli and taken down. Jonah Bertoli, he has no mercy, shows no mercy. All the way, his second sack of the ball game. And he chases down Rolovich. So it'll be 4th and a kilometer here for
yeah.
San Marin. Not just a mile, but a kilometer.
No, as
It's
a
not
running
long
coach,
enough to be
I
a mile,
appreciate
but
that.
it's about a kilometer. I knew
think-
you would. I knew you'd like that.
Yeah, in the pump formation. Just tenacious defense there. Evades the sack as he runs right, cuts back left. Bertoli says no thanks and chases him straight down.
So now this punt goes straight up. Not very likely of that San Marin punter. He's very highly touted, but that one goes straight up. Lucky for them, they're in Cardinal Newman territory, so that punt does end up panning out, goes inside the 30, and will be down at the 28-yard line. But oh my goodness, I mean, Newman just that's a devastating blow to San Marin's confidence. You break off that big play, and then you just can't find anything.
No, and Hugo, you said it perfectly when comparing it to the recent Syracuse Pig game, where there's an emotional factor when you get one ran back on you, and then you get 2 sacks in a drive, where you can feel the air escaping out of that San Marin offense just a little bit right now.
Cardinals jumbo set. They will hand it off to Pathumrak. He will run left, and again, San Marin doing a great job stopping that run.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big group of seniors. You saw another senior in there on the tackle in Daniel Gilmore. I mean, these guys, they're playing with a lot of passion. They're playing with some fire. And really right now, San Marin, even after losing this game with the new kind of NCS playoffs and how they're coming out of the Super League, they really honestly still probably finish third in this league if they do end up falling in this game. But it is high school football. Anything can happen, and we are just wrapping up the third quarter. Clock will run out.
Two-score game. Let's be clear. It doesn't feel like it's going San Marin's way, excuse me, but it is a 2-score game, Hugo. This is far, far from over. And as we know with some of the outside speed that San Marin has, and not only that, but the dual threat ability of their quarterback, this is far from over. The Cardinal Newman defense needs to stay focused, needs to stay alert. What we've seen from that second level from them has been fantastic. It's been on both sides of the ball. One of the things that I'm incredibly impressed with on both sides, Hugo, is the ability to identify, and not only identify, but tactically fill and tackle gaps. Very gap-sound defense from the second level on both sides. And so with that being said, we're probably going to have to see the ball spread through the air to see a little bit of scoring here. Now, it's an interesting point coming out of halftime, but we said establish the run, small chunk plays, right? Neither team can establish the run. It has not happened, period. So what are we going to see? Now, we've seen San Marin try and go to the screen offense. That being said, I think they're going to keep having to go back to it because I don't foresee a way that either team is going to effectively establish the run here in the fourth quarter.
And so now Newman comes out in their offensive scheme. They fake the handoff. They're going to go out to Cordell Strand and just throwing a little bit far from Strand's arms there by Carmine Guevara. Strand was coming right on that one.
Yeah.
Cardinals, they ran a jet sweep really early on in that game, and it's been catching San Marin every time. Now they're really watching for that jet sweep.
Yeah, again, Carmine just needs to be a little bit more fundamentally sound there. He drops his arm slot, elbow gets into a weird angle, misses a throw wide. Just a younger quarterback who, is stepping into that starting role, right? A little newer to him, but just staying in that fundamentally sound path, even on those short passes, Hugo, matters a ton.
Well, now the Cardinals have 2 to Carmine's right, 1 to his left. The H-back, Makai Fagata, will go into pass protection. So will the running back. Throw over the middle is caught by Zion Cargill at the 47-yard line for a first down. The 3-star with speed makes a contested catch. And the fans are loving it here at San Marin High School.
Zion Cargill there with a deep curl there. Zion Cargill's a 10-7, 10-8 guy on the track, right? I mean, he is an elite
10-6? 10-6?
10-6.
State school record.
That's right. Took Jerry Robinson's record. And just the ability also, not only with the speed, but the quick turnaround there. I mean, just really quick feet to get turned around in that 15-yard curl. Accepts the pass over someone, and he did, in fact, let that DB know who caught that.
Yes, he did. That was a very nice, very casual, but very nice first down celebration. Casual handoff to, this time to number 0, Malachi Bethumrak, and now flags fly in on the play. Bethumrak picked up 4 on that run up the middle. I mean, I think we'll see what these flags come out to, but I think really San Marin's issues, they need to get Rolovich to have some time in the pocket. I mean, you look at the kid; he's running for his life out there.
He's running for his life every play, Hugo. That's why this screen game and the play action boot is what they've gone to. But they need to figure out a way. Need to figure out a way to give Rolovich some time.
And so flags come flying in, trying to figure it out. They are offsetting, I believe. Wait, they're checking, and that might actually been an ejection, potentially. I'm not totally sure. The ref, what happened? We're waiting
Hugo,
on confirmation.
I believe you're right. We're waiting on confirmation. My initial read here is that was a targeting, ejection, and a 15-yard penalty.
So
now, I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but they did throw the ejection sign and back it up 15 yards.
It could have also been a late hit. I don't know.
There
was weird. It was a weird play, but the Cardinals are up to the 37-yard line of San Marin, so basically flip their field position in one play. 2 receivers go in motion. It is Hamner and Cargill. They're stacked to the left of Carmine. Carmine sets his feet, waiting for the snap. Cargill goes in motion. They fake the handoff. Nope, they'll give it to Estrella, and Estrella caught in the backfield. Great play that time by Andrew Keene, the senior. They faked the give to Cargill, which they've been doing all night. And
give these linebackers another TFL, Hugo. They are sniffing out the run so damn fast, and then not only that, but they are flying to the ball. It is an exceptional showcase, especially with this 3-backer set. They are running almost 0 nickel and 0 dime. They have 3 backers out there every play, and they are flocking to the run.
Yeah, Keene's been incredible for the San Marin team. Last year he had 4 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. I think he's surpassed that tonight. As that was his 2nd tackle for loss. Carmine Guevara, he's caught up in the backfield, and he'll just dive forward to pick up some yards. Flags come in. A little bit of a confusion there. He was looking around like, what's happening?
No, he was looking for either a flat or a screen route out to his right. Nobody home. Now, what was adept is a little bit late on the recognition, but was able to dive forward and salvage the play. But clearly a miscommunication there. And on the previous play, when he had 2 receivers in motion, I believe they were supposed to be set on his left previous to the play. He moved them to his left. He called the protection, moved them. So a little bit of miscommunication here from the Cardinals on this drive on both the last 2 plays in terms of where people should be and what routes they should be running.
So 9:55 left. Cardinals lead at 14-0 here. They're on the San Marin 40-yard line. The holding call was declined by San Marin. So now 3rd down and 13. Estrella rotates to the left hip of Guevara, and it will be a timeout for Coach Frank McManus.
Play got going a little late. He tried to set his protection with his back. moved his back from the right to the left. Back got set late. Cargill went in motion late, and Coach McManus takes the timeout. I think that's an adept timeout. We got 9:39 to go, Hugo. 3rd and 13 in opposition territory. So you're looking at this as a potential 4th down territory, depending on how you're feeling about Taylor as the kicker. So you're looking at this 4th down territory knowing this 3rd down. Whether you get 10 and put yourself in a 4th and 3, or whether you get the 1st down is a critical play for the Cardinals. Because if they're able to take a step up and get a touchdown, even a field goal out of this drive and go up 3 scores, it completely changes the framework of what we're looking at to play the remaining 9 minutes and 39 seconds of this game.
Yeah, that's always been what I've been taught my entire life in watching college football. Anything can flip on a dime in 2 scores. You can be down 2 scores with 2 minutes left, and anything can happen. I mean, I know that from watching USC football. It can hurt you. It can make you feel so good, and it can hurt you so much. But 3 scores is really that's the final nail on the coffin. That's what the Cardinals need to do right here.
This is a huge play for the Cardinals.
Yeah, so 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 from the San Marin right hash on the 40-yard line in San Marin territory. Mustangs set up to bring 4. The edge rusher, Keene. Cardinals, jumbo package with Fagata out there as the H-back. Fakes the handoff. Guevara pressured. Guevara steps up. Guevara crumbling. Pocket. He's outside. Guevara dives forward, picks up about 5. Does not get out of bounds.
Doesn't get out of bounds.
But he does dive forward for 5 yards, and it does actually gets them 3 yards out to the original line of scrimmage, and it gets the Cardinals a little bit of breathing room for the punt here. So here we go. Means goes back deep at around his own 11-yard line. We'll see how Bertoli plays this. Devin's had a few rough punts this year. I mean, tonight has been incredible. Definitely his best game ever. He might want to bring back some of those rough punts for this one. This is a beautiful one. Rolling, and Means calls a fair catch at the 5-yard line. At the 5-yard line, he calls a fair catch and receives it.
Hugo, the reason he just called a fair catch there, and let's be very clear on this, he had space, okay? He has been seeing ghosts all night long from this Cardinal Newman special teams defense. And the ability to just create pressure, to create thoughts of pressure, shuts him down, pins him back at the 5. Now, here it is critical that Cardinal Newman drains some of this clock. San Marin has to go 95 yards right now. How much time can we bleed before a kick, the ball's turned over, whatever it be? But can the Cardinal Newman Cardinals either get a stop or bleed 3 to 5 minutes of clock here? Well, that's the question McManus has to look at, where a score, obviously we want to shut down San Marin from scoring in this circumstance. That being said, a 6-minute drive with a score is not the worst thing.
It is not the worst thing ever. As Ryer in the backfield, here comes the snap, goes right up the middle to Ryer. Jaden Wall and Michael Seaman right there to deliver the wall. And so it'll be a gain of 1 out to the 6-yard line. So now San Marin struggling here. I mean, a pitch shutout here, 14-0, is huge. I mean, think about it. This San Marin offense put up 14 on Marin Catholic. Marin Catholic and Newman, that's a big game next week. We'll both be in attendance. You can watch that game on YSN365.com. That's the perennial league championship as Rolovich goes back to pass. He's in his own end zone, rolls out right and throws it out of bounds. Everett Self was in the area and in harsh pressure there.
Fantastic job from the Cardinals' defensive line there of running quarterback contained. What they're doing right now is exactly what we're talking about, which is limit the large plays, right? We know Rolovich's ability to get outside the pocket and create big chunk plays. So the Cardinals said, hey, we're just going to go contain here. Beat us deep. We got 2 picks. Beat us deep. They left their left edge out wide. He had nowhere to go. Throws it out of bounds. Excellent play call there from Coach McManus.
And now single back for the Mustangs. Ryer, he checks up into shotgun formation. Rolovich steps up, evades the sack, and gains about 4 yards up to the 10-yard line. Great job there. Diego Molador was in hard pressure there, almost sacked him for a safety. So now San Marin left with a tough decision. I think they're going to just punt.
I think they're going to go to the punt, and again, an absolutely fantastic play call from Coach McManus there. A disguised two-high shell, brings one in, turns into a cover one man, shows two-high shell, brings cover one man. Kayvon Penny runs in to create pressure. Obviously, his ability, straight line speed is exceptional. Runs into press, completely disguised coverage, confuses Rolovich into having to roll out right. Nothing there, and San Marin punting out of their own end zone.
So Molador, or excuse me, not Molador, sorry. Well, there will be a punt. It'll go back to Cordell Strand. He'll field it at the Cardinal Newman 47. He's running right. He's got tackles. He's got blocks. Cordell Strand down to the 20, and he is tripped up by Luke Sayaset. Fielded at the 47, was clean all the way to the 30, broke a tackle, and got inside the red zone. It's not the night for San Marin special teams. Cordell Strand has truly been everywhere.
Unless something else crazy happens, go ahead and book him as player of the game right now. Cordell Strand is creating yardage where there is none. The Cardinal Newman Cardinals and San Marin have had a hard time moving the ball. And when that ball gets in Strand's hands, I don't care if it's on defense, I don't care if it's on special teams, he is creating momentum for the Cardinals. Takes it from the 45 back down to the 20. First down, Cardinals.
Yeah, so now from the 18-yard line, they will hand it off, still trying to establish that run. Pathumarak runs right, and he is met by a group of green shirts led by Daniel Gilmore and Luke Sayset. I played against some of these guys in freshman basketball, funny enough, and they are some beasts athletically. So good to see them, still holding it down for the Mustangs here. Tough one for the Cardinals on offense. Coach Embry did not seem very happy with that. But Newman still running the clock, 6:11 to go. They've got some time, and, I mean, look who's warming up over at his net. It's Devin Taylor, and he's looking for some payback.
I think he is. I think there was just a little, like we talked about, a little bit of a mistimed kick and snap there on the last one. And Taylor takes exceptional pride in his ability to knock down the long one, so next time he comes in, there's going to be nothing but a locked-in attitude. So
the Cardinals switch backs. They go to Brody Estrella. He goes right up the middle, back into the red zone. Goes Newman. He's up to the 18-yard line.
Power concept, pulling guard, created a little bit of space, but again, I'll say it once, I'll say it for the 8th time, Hugo. That second level is just been exceptional for San Marin to identify that run and then be gap sound and just fill in. I mean, these green shirts are attacking the run, Hugo.
Yeah, so Estrella gets them back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Cardinals. Guevara breaks the huddle. Empty backfield for the Cardinals. First time we've seen this tonight. Cordell Strand and Jonah Bertoli to his right. Nick Doss to his left alongside Zion Cargill, and flags fly. We'll see who that's going to go against. Seems like Jonah Bertoli's a little bit perplexed, and it is going to be a false start. Someone was off their line, so it backs the Cardinals to the 23-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, not often do you see the wide receiver jump there, but a little antsy to get going on his route there. So backs the Cardinals up out of that empty set last time. Going empty set again, Hugo.
They've been running the same plays every time they've gotten a false start called against them. They don't back down. Coach Embry wants to see what these boys can do. So Guevara checking the coverage here. Gilmore shaded right over the middle. Nick Doss comes in motion. Guevara back to pass. It's a screen. It goes to the tight end, Fagata. Up the middle, Fagata. 10. Fagata rolling. Fagata pushing him. Fagata. Oh, my. Makai Fagata up to the 6-yard line.
Excellent screen play. Classic RB screen. Backside clear out. Finds him. Okay. Finds space that all the linebackers had cleared out. Just an excellent play call. Finds that the wide receivers had cleared out on out-breaking routes. Attacks the middle of the field. And then, 5-6 yards just pulling people along with him?
Yeah, I mean, he's just been insane. Fagata, he's picked up some offers, NAIA, D2, D3. He's been very, very good. He's been adamant about his desire to play college football. He's an insane baseball player, too. So he's going to be batting cleanup in the spring, batting either the 3-hole or cleanup in the spring for this Cardinal Newman baseball team. That dude is a beast out there. Makai is an absolute, he's a legend. He's been so locked in. He's very humble. He trusts himself on his faith and his ability. He's really a Newman student. You can see this one goes to Pethumarak up the middle. He'll cut the in goal in half from the 6 to the 3. But yeah, Fagata, an incredible person. Like when people think of, the Newman student, someone who's service, community service, faith, and a great athlete, that's Makai Fagata.
No, great story out of him. Also, not only an elite baseball player, but versatile on the football field. We've seen him lined up at tight end. We've seen him lined up at fullback. Different alignments do not phase him. Just a smart football player. You can line him up anywhere and create havoc in the blocking game, in the run game, in the pass game. Somebody that Coach Embry can just rely on to be out there on a snap-in, snap-out basis. And certainly making us Cardinal Newman alums proud there.
Yeah, shout out Tom Nunez as the Cardinals will take a timeout. Shout out Cardinals for life. Tom Nunez commented on the broadcast. He's loving it. This is awesome to get that support from Tom and Dave and, get the alumni
Huge
going.
Shout out to Tom. What are we talking about here? One of the best Cardinal Newman alums, continues to support the athletic programs, has been just such a pillar for not only the broadcasting community, but for what Cardinal Newman Athletics stand for. Just backing us up. Faith family football. I mean, if that doesn't embody Tom, faith family football, I don't know what does. But as a faith family football guy myself, I couldn't be more proud to have him tuned into the broadcast, supporting what we got going on here, Hugo.
Yeah, Tom's a legend, incredible person, great supporter of Cardinal Newman Athletics, and we love you, Tom. Thank you for all of your trusted support. So here we go. Cardinals on the doorstep of making this thing a 3-score game and getting ready to go to their dinner reservations. And they've got prepped. So it's going to be a 2nd and goal. Single back formation.
We need the touchdown here, Hugo. Can't get too excited about Hop Monk and Novato here until we get another touchdown.
One receiver to his left, Darian Hamner. To his right, Zion Cargill. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls right, looking anywhere. He goes for Darian and it is batted away. Great defense there from San Marin. That was the senior Jackson Young getting into the backfield. And, I mean, I've seen a lack of Dominic Fenn. Dominic Fenn has not been out there a lot. He was a big player for them last year. Senior, he was honored on senior night today. But Dominic not out there consistently. He would be huge for their D-line. Allow Keene to fall back to that linebacker spot. But this defense, all things considered, 14-0 is not bad for San Marin's defense.
And that doesn't tell the whole story, right? Because Cordell Strand gets one of the touchdowns on a return. I mean, their defense, not special teams, but their defense has stood strong and held the Cardinals to 7 points on a play-action boot drop in the bucket elite throw from Carmine. So, as we know, I mean, good offense beats good defense is great play call. It's a great execution from the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. Great fundamentally sound throw. Again, evading pressure and dropping it in off that 7-banger into the corner of the end zone. But, I mean, this San Marin defense has not allowed anything, Hugo. I mean, outside of that 125-yard touchdown pass, they have really stifled what the Cardinal Newman Cardinals have tried to do, specifically in the run game. I mean, we are 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go, up 14. That being said, there hasn't been an effective run play, run drive. The pass game has been limited to the screen action, to the play action boot due to Carmine's athleticism. And not even a play action boot, but really just a play action rollout style, the crossing routes, the level concepts. But thoroughly impressed with what I've seen from the San Marin defense tonight.
Yeah, so Newman let the play clock get a little too low and had to take a timeout there. So it is now 3rd down and goal. Pistol with Malachi Pethumarak in the backfield. Loading the box is San Marin. They will give it to Pethumarak. Pethumarak finding a path, finding a way. He stopped. His gain is stopped at the 2-yard line, so the Cardinals are just going to take the points and trot out Devin Taylor to kick the ball. He'll be going from the right hash.
2:28 rolling clock right now, Hugo. You don't have another option. You can't go for it here. You got to go up 3 scores. This is a big kick for Taylor. Obviously, Cardinals in the driver's seat here, but this is a dagger.
He'll line up from the 21-yard line, or from the 11-yard line, 21-yard field goal. Taylor gets into his progressions. The snap. The hold is good. The kick is good. And the Cardinals go up 17-0. Devin Taylor puts the final nail on the coffin. And that just about ends it here. 1:57 to go. 17-0 Cardinal Newman. Let's see if Newman can hold the shutout here. I don't doubt San Marin is going to be all gas, no brakes at this point, especially on senior night. They need to have Rolovich get something. Rolovich is, he's probably one of the greatest. I mean, they've been spoiled with quarterbacks here. Think about it. Rolovich's own dad recruited, he recruited him at Cal when he was at College of San Mateo, but he coached him here. Dominic Ingracia.
Yeah.
Dominic Ingracia, one of the best.
All-timer for Marin
All-timer for Marin County. All-timer for San Marin.
Yep. Incredible
player. And then they go from Ingracia to Rolovich. They have been spoiled with quarterback play here in Novato at San Marin. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I love Ingracia. I think he's going to do great at Cal. The transfer portal, JPS, it's kind of interesting with everything there. But he really has a chance to establish himself. He's got his old coach as an offensive assistant there. He's in the right spot. And that College of San Mateo team last year was unbelievable.
Fantastic.
Their offense was
team last year.
incredible.
What a fun team to watch, Hugo.
True. The offense was incredible. This one, a pooch kick, means we'll field it from the 2-yard line. He takes it out right. He's looking for anything. Means caught up and taken down. That was Nick Doss there, the junior.
Doss. Almost stumbling from a blocker, goes down to one knee, lunges for the tackle, and pins him back short of the 20. Hugo, if you're the Newman Cardinals coming off of some great recent performances, but to come into San Marin's house on senior night and pitch a shutout, you know Coach McManus has a mission for the last minute and 51 seconds of this game, and that is to go home with 17 points and send San Marin home on senior night with donuts.
Well, zeros. Joey Engler is now in. It's Ryer in the backfield with Engler. Engler, the backup quarterback, getting a lot of support from Rolovich. He will likely take over as the QB1 next year. This one, handoff to Ryer. He's running right, breaks some tackles, gets out onto the right sideline by the numbers, and is taken down for a gain of 3.
Hugo, I think you're right too, because when you say, "Oh man," I think they're going to get Rolovich trying to, get on some here. I think the Cardinals showed a cover 1 man. They then dropped into quarters defense, which is, we're not going to call it prevent, but a very safe defense.
Yes,
there.
yeah.
Now, a great job again by the second level, the Cardinal Newman Cardinals, to identify.
So now here we go. Engler in the backfield. He's got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. The snap, handoff goes again to Rare. Rare finding a hole. And he gets it all the way up to nearly the first down marker at the 22-yard line. He'll be stopped just short. Nope, they will move the chains. They spot it at the 25-yard line. I mean, we talked about the Cardinals coming in pitching a shutout. This cheerleading squad for Newman that has just been, I'm going to be honest here. I talked with a few of them at the start of the year just about, the squad, because the squad's been, they've had a large turnover rate with this cheer squad, but they've been energetic this year. They've been leading the charge. That student section's been great. I know a couple of the ASB leaders are listening to this right now. Alessandra, Zach, you guys do a great job with the social media, and that student section has been bumping up there at Ed Lloyd Field. You're going to have to see it next week. It's going to be incredible. But speaking of this, they've been chanting, whose house, our house here. the entire student section for San Marin is clearing out right now.
And Hugo, I think we're going to put a wrap on it here. 17-0 final after the power eye goes nowhere. The Cardinals pitch a shutout, 17-0. And they're going to go home, I think, with a little bit of identification on what they need to do on offense. But man, oh man, was that defensive performance not only dominant, but it was decisive. It was disguised coverages. It was complex. This is the first time this season that I've seen the Cardinal Newman defense really, really embody what we have seen from some of Coach McManus's programs previously and what we have seen knowing the staff that he's brought in. They did a fantastic job tonight, Hugo, of bringing pressure, bringing 6-on-5, 7-on-6s, disguising man to zone, disguising zone to man, disguising cover ones to threes, from threes to ones. It has been dominant from a schematic perspective in the secondary, and not only a schematic perspective in the secondary, but from that second level, from an identification and an IQ perspective. And that all started tonight with Brody Estrella.
Yeah, I mean, Brody was incredible out there, and I mean, like we said, we could have so many choices for player of the game right now. Kayvon met with Daniel Rolovich at the 40-yard line. It was really awesome to see. They dapped up. They hugged. Like, game respects game.
Absolutely.
They're incredible. They're both these teams are incredible. San Marin likely now is out of the Division I Open playoffs, which last year they felt really betrayed by NCS, being the 8 seed, having to go play De La Salle. But this year, it looks like they're going to be in D2. They're going to be playing respected football. They might be the 1 seed there. They're going to have a great season. Newman, though, they have a big matchup next week. Big matchup. I mean, Marin Catholic. And you think about it, the San Marin wasn't able to establish their own. We'll see what Marin Catholic can do, because that's the first team they'll see this year where they have an elusive quarterback who can run paired with a running back who can bruise everyone. I mean, saw it a little bit with Manteca, but it's going to be interesting to see on Friday at Ed Lloyd Field. You want to stick with us. We're going to have Cordell Strand coming for the interview.
And Hugo, with that Marin Catholic matchup you're talking about, not only do they have an elusive quarterback and running back, but they have what I would consider an improved offensive line. And currently, coming up to the booth right now, we have number 6, Cordell Strand, who had an incredible performance tonight, not only on special teams, but on defense. And we got the interview with Cordell ready to go right now.
All right, well, I'm standing here. Oh, wait, hold up. All right, I'm standing here with Cordell Strand. Cordell, oh my goodness, man. I mean, we saw it on. Let's talk about that punt return.
Yes,
Or the few, dude. We saw it on that first quarter. You got lit up on the 20. You looked ready for it on that punt return touchdown. Broke through those tackles. What were you seeing out there that ultimately led to you taking it 75 yards to the house?
I just knew I had to go get that ball no matter what. And first hit, I ate it. Okay, he came off me, and after that, I knew it was wraps. I knew I was gonna take it to the crib.
Cordell, not only did you take that one back to the house, fought through pressure, right? On your second punt return, you took it at the 45. You took it then back into the 25. Huge setup for the Cardinals to not only bleed clock, but gain points. What did you see on special teams tonight that allowed you to just open up the field?
Their gunners were way too wide out, and I knew that I was gonna have some gaps. And I just got to give the glory to my blockers. They did their job, and that's what happens when everybody does their assignment.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that defense. I mean, you and Kayvon, you're on that leaderboard. You see that leaderboard every week. You and Kayvon just entered yourselves into number 1 on that NCS leaderboard for interceptions. Just tell me a little bit what you were hearing from Coach McManus heading into this game. We can talk about it now. That ultimately, like, what were you guys looking at? Because you locked down Rolovich. He is a D1 quarterback. He was showing it out there, great elusiveness. But you guys were just locking him down. You had that defense buttoned up.
Yes, sir. We knew we were gonna go up against a great quarterback, some really good receivers. But we were in man. We just had to know that we were better. We had to know that we could guard him. He couldn't do anything against us. He couldn't get the ball off. I got to give a lot of the glory to the D linemen. They were pressuring him, and that is a big help for us DBs. We don't have to guard for 30 seconds in a play. And, yeah, I just want to give glory to my defensive linemen, and I'm super proud of my boy Kayvon, proud of the whole team.
Last question for you, Cordell. So we were talking about it all night. Not only was the edge play fantastic, but the interior defensive line was fantastic. Based off that, right, you're able to create pressure. You're able to drive down the time that it takes to throw. We saw some fantastic coverages, a lot of man like you're talking about tonight, but some really good disguises. Kayvon coming up late to run press, right? A lot of different looks. I thought tonight, having watched all the Cardinal Newman football games, you guys did the best job tonight from a secondary perspective, not only disguising coverages, but staying exactly where, like, everybody was in sync. When that happens, when we're talking about running a more complex defense, disguising coverages, two-part question, what does the line play do for you, and how do you feel about the more complex coverages you guys ran this evening?
I mean, the line play, that's the biggest help, I'd say. I mean, if that quarterback's being pressured, there's not much he can do. And with our complex defense, I mean, just disguises, it confuses the quarterback, it confuses the receivers, it messes up their timing. And yeah, that definitely came to our favor.
All right, well, Cordell, thank you. An incredible game for Cordell Strand. A pick, a punt return touchdown, another insane punt return. I mean, what can I say, Cordell? Like, an incredible game. You guys got Marin Catholic next week. Good luck.
Sir, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. So, one final time from San Marin High School, the Cardinal Newman defense pitches a shutout, 17-0, behind an incredible performance from Cordell Strand. Dylan, any final thoughts?
Final thoughts, I'll take a page out of the McManus playbook, right? We're looking at next week now. Cardinal Newman Cardinals are looking at next week. The offensive line play from Marin Catholic is going to be stepped up. Can they continue to do what Cordell talked about with that interior defensive line play with those disguised coverages? What I saw tonight, pitching a shutout, fantastic. I think they're going to have to go back to the drawing board on some of their quicker offense. So we're going to be looking to see what happens from an offensive perspective. Can they get the ball out a little quicker? The big one, can they establish the run, Hugo?
Exactly.
Can they establish the run against Marin Catholic? That's something that they're going to have to focus on this week. I don't care how you establish the run, but you have to establish the run against that Marin Catholic team. Other than that, defense got a lot of great stuff to build on. Offense looked okay, but I think Coach Embry, knowing the way Coach Embry operates, not satisfied, right? The Cardinal Newman Cardinals are not satisfied. They're going to get out of here with a big win. They're going to be happy with that. You're going to celebrate tonight. But the switch has got to flip tomorrow to establishing the run, establishing the short pass game to really support their defense and what they did tonight.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do that next week at 7 p.m. on ysn365.com. Join Dave Cox, and I'll be on sideline. Dylan will be definitely with us up there. But for one final time, for our incredible broadcasting crew here that includes our producer, Harper Gambini, who good luck in Yountville tomorrow. He's got to go all the way to Hopland tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
Go all the way to the Great White North. Yeah, helping his aunt move. But Harper's a dog. Gambo, thank you.
We'll get him back for the big one.
One final time. For Dylan Cattengill, I've been Hugo Traverso. Newman, stunning win, 17-0. Thanks for watching. Adios.